Welcome back to Cafe Monkey Munch, and today I am going to be showing you guys how I make the world famous pork miso soup, y'all. So here we go, pork miso soup. What's inside it? I am boiling water right now. I am getting a facial right now. But yeah, soup base is water with none other than pork for soup, which you can find at your latest Korean supermarket. Your basic miso, any kind of miso will do. I like throwing enoki mushrooms, as well as baked fish cakes and green onions. So the very first thing you want to do when making pork miso soup is obviously adding, it's hot, adding water. And with my boiler, trusty boiler, I'm just going to add a little bit more water, get this going, turn the temperature on high. Alright, so the very first thing that I like to do is just to turn the heat down. We're dealing with cast iron, so there's a lot of heat retention that you get in the Creuset cast iron, and this is my favorite stuff to use. I'm going to actually do another video just about cast iron in itself, specifically the Creuset cast iron. But it's able to retain heat. So once you kind of turn it up and you bring it down, it is going to hold that heat for a while. So the very first thing, now there's many different orders that you can do. Oh, there's my spoon. In terms of making this soup, but I like to just put my miso paste first. Whoop. 2 big chunks there. And then we can always add some more to flavor it as the night goes. Now the trick is we don't want to make it too salty because the miso itself has actually some salt in it. But you know it's ready because I don't know if you've been at Japanese restaurants, but when you receive your miso and it comes to your table, that is just a cloud in transparent miso liquid, if you know what I mean. So once you kind of get the cloud effect, like to me, like I don't never measure anything. I don't have any measuring spoons. My wife does for her baking, but I just kind of eyeball everything, and I like to taste things along the way. That's kind of what works for me. But it seems like we still need a little bit more miso here, so I'm just gonna put another spoonful here. Okay, it's looking good already. You can already smell good. Smell good, babe? Well, she's kind of in her own zone, but yeah, I think she nodded. Cool. Okay, and then I'm gonna add our pork. Yes, I'm just gonna use the whole thing. Okay, so we have our pork. Just going to slowly try not to burn yourself. It's sliding down. And this is where I really want to turn the heat down actually to more of a simmer. Maybe I'll get it up to a boil so it starts to simmer, but right when it starts to boil, that's when I really want to get it back to a simmer, so bringing that heat back down. So yeah, just bringing that heat back down, and the reason why you want to do that, so you don't want to overcook your meat. Because once the pork is overcooked, it's game over. You want to get that pork so soft to where it's falling apart. So bringing it back to a high, gotta wait for that. Ooh, you start to see that cloudy effect on the miso. It's coming together pretty nicely. And what I can do in the meantime is to prepare my other things. So I got fish cake. And we have these enoki, so I'm gonna chop these up while we wait for this to get back to a boil. Alrighty guys, we got it. It's kind of coming up back to a boil. So now that we've gotten the soup down to a simmer, I'm going to start adding the other things such as enoki mushrooms, fish cake, oh, lost one, and our green onions. I'm going to put that up, give it a nice stir. What I'll probably want to do is just kind of let this sit for about I like to go an hour, hour and a half just to let it simmer down so everything just gets really soft, all the flavors get absorbed, and you really just get that nice umami flavor from the pork, from the onions, the fish cake, maybe not too much, but the green onion or the green onions definitely, and the mushrooms. I love just the flavors that you get from mushrooms, whether it's in soups or pasta, but just that really kind of rich earthiness that you'll get from it will seep all into your miso, and it's gonna be ono. That's looking good. Looking good, yo. It's been about maybe like 20 minutes boiling, or not really boiling, but simmering. Doing more of a slow cook in this cast iron, and it is coming along very, very nicely. Oh yeah, smell those flavors coming out already. But that's it. That's pretty much all you do. You just let it sit for, I like an hour and a half. 90 minutes is usually my rule of thumb in terms of the least amount of time to be able to either cook a soup or a stew if you want that fall off the bone kind of effect. But, you know, to each his own.
I'm not too sure why it is that every time I try to cook, she's always on vacation. But it's okay, because she's pretty.
So what is your recipe for pork miso soup? Comment below and let me know what ingredients you use and how you go about making your own pork miso soup. And maybe it's better than mine. Maybe it's not. Maybe we can get inspired from each other. Let's do that, guys. So we'd love to just hear your comments, and even if you have more tips in terms of how you can make this a better pork miso soup. I'm smelling it right now and it's coming along very nicely. So I can't wait to eat tonight. Well, there you have it, everybody. That's cafemonkeymunch's world famous pork miso soup. Hope you go home and just try it out for yourselves. And again, subscribe to cafemonkeymunch by clicking on that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive the latest and greatest cafemonkeymunch cookie videos. So until we eat again, see you guys next time.